Yeah, and then another thing, right? I'm not too sure if this is true, but I hearing this often. You know how the Miami Heat play kind of small ball at the four, sometime well
Mhm.
before Jovic came in, Martin, Haywood, and it was always different lineups and stuff like that. Is there a kind of disconnect with Riley and Spo that Spo wants to play a different way and Riley's like has something involving like he wants to go out there and play with a bigger four. If you look at, the Boston Celtics, they're pretty lengthy tall, the Milwaukee
Mhm.
Bucks. Like, does Spo want to play kind of with the small ball? Obviously Jovic is in there now, but
Mhm.
it took us a while. Is there like kind of disconnect there, or you haven't really heard?
I wouldn't use the word disconnect. I think they all meet every day. Like even today, they
Okay.
were in that little round table. I call it the Heat Brain Trust, where it's him and Andy and Spo, Pat. They're all sitting there, Nick Harrison. They're all throwing ideas around in conversations. But in the end, there's one guy who has the say there, and that's Spo. He's going to set the rotation. He's going to figure it out. Now he's going to talk to Pat. He's going to use his guidance and his knowledge and things like that. But I think you have to remember with Spo. Spo loves position list. I mean, he basically invented position list in the last 10 years of the NBA with the way things work and the things he did with the big three. Now you see it everywhere. Spo doesn't believe in position. Spo hates even saying like this guy's at the four because why? Because Nico can run it like a one, and he can run a break and he can. You see Ban at the top of the key leading offense as a five. These are all things that I think Spo hates to hear that because he knows that he's going to need guys to do multiple things. But I will say this: I think the one thing that they can take trust in, and Heat fans, but I think Pat Riley trusts in Spo, is that Spo's not afraid to ruffle feathers. He's not afraid. We've seen him right before playoff series make changes, during playoff season make changes, during games make changes. I mean, Spo will look and whatever the matchup dictates, whether it is the Knicks or Celtics, hopefully they get in the playoffs and play one of those teams. You're going to see matchups be what Spo cares about. Not saying, well, this guy's a four and this guy's a five and this guy's a one. No, if he's got to put Terry and Tyler together and he's got to put Nico there, if he's got to move Nico out because he wants a little more athletic, a little more athleticism and quickness in Caleb at a certain spot at the four, trust me, he will do it. He's not going to pigeonhole himself into one thing.